it's me, Absolutely Raven, and I'm back again with another video. I'm gonna try to do this really unedited. I just want to simply say we in mid-season finale. I think they're gonna try to do a little crossover with Black Ink New York. So, but before all of that, and I get into this review, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you and everybody else who's been watching my videos. I really appreciate it because it's not easy sitting up here spilling all my opinions and going over something, and that's not my real realm, but I really love this show, and I genuinely am happy that I got you all watching the videos and enjoying it. And whether you stay or not, because I do check my analytics, and a lot of you all are coming and staying for a couple minutes. The most is like 5 minutes, but neither here nor there. Just thank you so much for clicking on this video, because you didn't have to be here. So I appreciate that you're here just to hang out with me for a minute and hear my take on this whole episode. Let's get into the video. And if you're new, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to this channel. I love everybody that I have. You guys are my family. And I'm talking like this because I'm talking from my heart, my soul, like for real. This is my personality. A little cheesy, extra corny on the side, but that's okay though. Okay, I love you all the same. So thank you so much for real for being here. This is season 6, episode 12. Rumor had it. So we're getting it into Ryan catching up with the guys, telling them how the baby shower was when he went out there to New York, and how Charmaine was not pleased with the article and him talking to them, and they kind of got into it. But he saw what I saw last week, and he gave me a little, like when I told him, respect him, because I follow him on Instagram. But that's neither here nor there, groupie moment, not just not a groupie, just respect him, love him, and all of that. So, he talks to Ford and Don and letting them know, like, yeah, the baby shower was cool, but, Charmaine wasn't feeling the fact that I was not, I was just basically telling my side of my take on tattooing, period, and my history and everything like that. And he said, like, this is just like a brother sister thing. She mad, but she gonna get over it. You know what I'm saying? And she pregnant, so he ain't trying to really get into it with her like that. So Don and Ford, they just sitting there listening and looking or whatever. Then we get to see Drea just like pop in. I'm like, who is that? What are you doing here? Where you come from? Oh, and what's going on? So he like, wait a minute, let me clear this up. She came to him after that whole situation and later on and saying that she had clients coming in, flying in or whatever, and she did not want to hold up them and getting her money and all that stuff, because she knew she couldn't tattoo in the shop with Charmaine because paperwork wasn't done and all that stuff. So Ryan was trying not to get in the middle of it, but he was just like, you know what, I just think that it'll be okay for you to just temporary guest spot position where you tattoo here, because he do appreciate and like her work. So that was that, but she didn't tell Charmaine, and he knew that was going to be a problem, but she still never told Charmaine. Meanwhile, back in Second City Inc., Charmaine is talking to Kat about the whole baby shower and how things going. But the most important thing is the health inspector is coming to check the shop. So you need to pass the health inspection in order to get your license and stuff like that, especially when you're working with blood and needles and all of that. So she was like kind of like nervous about that, and she like, we got to get this all back on track and figure this out, because this person who's coming is really serious about her job. She's tough, and we need to pass. So meanwhile, they're doing a discussion. Prince walk in, like, Where you come from? Like, it's a lot of like pop-ups. This should have been titled pop-ups. Everybody popped up. So Prince walked in like, yeah, shorty, that's how we talk here. I had to put on my Chicago like tweaking. They were trying to add that stuff. I saw it. But he was like, yeah, shorty, I'm back. What up? What in? And then they was like, what is going on? I thought you was in jail. So he said once he went and turned himself in and talked to he went to court and he talked to the judge and stuff, they considered the time that he did served where he was on probation as well as house arrest. So he only had to do 5 days in. So plus that's the county, they overpopulated, you know what I'm saying? So they just not finna let you, which is kind of like, how you got a gun charge and all you did was 5? I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what time frame this is, but it definitely wasn't election time. But that's not for me to sit here and judge like I'm finna sit here and try to talk about somebody's case. You got out. You got to your home, your family, and your business, your friends. And that's all that matters. But the sad part is he came in talking about, I need to get this money. I missed too many days. I need to get back on track. Charmaine was just happy to have him back because she was down 3 people. Jess, Drea, and now, and Prince. So she like, listen, I need you back. Thank you. I don't even care how it went. We could figure that out, but I'm glad you're here. And he finds out that they have to have a health inspection because they can't tattoo in the shop until the license and paperwork clears. And then she came in, the health inspector came in. I guess they try to make it like it's the next day, but once they did have a health inspector come in, she was not playing. She was like, this needs to be done. The seat needs to have splash guard. Y'all need to label this, that this is for the artist only, because you don't know what type of stuff is going down the drain. I was sitting there like, dang. But then she was like, y'all passed. So yeah. Congrats, Charmaine. Congrats, Second City Inc. They were happy that they passed. Ford and Don meet up with the baby mama that we've been talking about for the last 5 or 6 episodes. Child, I don't even remember how many episodes, but it was just too much. So they finally get the results. He is not the father, which... you don't want to say this about a child and the situation, but it kind of was like obvious, like for her to come forward. But she was very calm and cool about it because she came with her sister because she didn't like how Don tried to check her last time. The daughter, though, I knew you sit here and created something with this girl to where she had feelings, and she was very upset before the results came in because she didn't know the outcome. She didn't even want to come in on the cameras. That was the biggest part. She was crying in the car and telling them to just give her space. They don't want the cameras in her face. So they had to respect that. And the mom and the sister was there. So that was even cool. So they took the results pretty good, and Don really didn't say much. He sat back, he was just being a supportive brother. Ford, he handled it nicely. He went out and talked to his potential daughter. Well, no, he talked to her and just said, if you ever need me for mentoring or call for advice or something, I'm always going to be available to you if that's what you want to have a relationship in that way. But I just had to make sure that I'm not physically your dad, and we have to take it from there. But you built this up, you know what I'm saying? You gave her the ideal, like, I'm going to be your dad and this is what it's going to feel like, so kudos to y'all, but wrong. Y'all played it really wrong in the get-go, and I'm glad Don stopped it because y'all probably would have went to Disney World for the results came back. But let me stop. I ain't trying to roast nobody or nothing. Yeah. And then Ryan goes see a therapist. He went to follow up and seeing a therapist. We talked about that early on the episode, but they never early on in the first couple of episodes, but they never really went back to that. So he still is seeing a therapist, and he started talking about relationships and love, and wanting to come home to somebody, feeling a little lonely, and you know, I guess him and women is just being guarded and standoffish a bit. So he's looking to like start new friendships and see how that expands. But the biggest part is he cannot get over his ex, which is Rachel, which we all knew. So she advised that he find a common closure where they can sit down and, you know, close this chapter, because until they close that, he won't physically be able to move on. Well, he can physically move on, because who knows what he's doing physically, but mentally he cannot move on. So he goes and agrees that's cool. Next they show that he did this raw, like if y'all ever check him out on Instagram, he did this really dope tattoo of like this the lady she said she had a sleep disorder, like, you know, sleep apnea or whatever, and she wanted poppy seeds and like something she said, but to like it represents like that type of like sleepy, I don't know how she explained it, but she wanted to like show the beginning stages and how it develops into a beautiful rose. Well, not the beginning of a poppy seed, but just showing like these are poppy seeds, and then you develop into a rose as a beautiful woman, and it kind of represents what she's going through, because, you know, it's a bad stigma with like sleep apnea, I guess. So she went on ahead and she had a really nice piece, and it was like a portrait, because it had like a little saying about like, you know, growing from being pain, going through pain and becoming into a beautiful woman. It was really nice. But he posted on his Instagram too, so I saw that. Then they have this whole little thing. This braid is bothering me. I can't wait. I'm getting ready to take this head down really soon. I'm just trying to get over these cups. It seems like every time I get ready to do something in my hair, I got a cup order. So who knows with that? Like basically the cup orders, the cups keep coming every time I have to do some hair. So I'm just gonna keep trying to do hair so I can keep getting cups coming. But that's my business. Y'all don't care about that. They all go out to celebrate this grand opening of their friend Rudy, who is a chef, who they go and show like past clips of him with Charmaine, him in the shop, him cooking for them and stuff like that. Him and Charmaine, I guess, supposed to be helping her cook, because they used to always come at her back in the day like she couldn't cook. But you know, she from New Orleans, so I'm pretty sure she like love to cook, and I would love a bowl of gumbo. Charmaine, if you ever watching this, no matter when or where, I would love a bowl of gumbo, no matter what. So he's having this like grand opening to his new restaurant, and everybody from the past, besides Kat, of course, comes. And I mean everybody. So you got Charmaine and the new crew over there celebrating that they passed their health inspection and everything. And then you have Ryan and the guys over here at the bar hanging out laughing, but kind of feeling awkward because they're not talking with each other. And they definitely see Charmaine. And then Drea is there sitting like a loner. So, Drea, to me, I just felt like, Drea, you wrong. You should have said something. You should have communicated. Understand you had claims, but you never expressed it, especially on some female stuff. Like, understand y'all had it. You have to look at it from Charmaine's perspective. You see what she said when she came to you and she told you F off and all this stuff. She was upset at the moment. So if you understand that moment that you came and kind of like try to come at her like my job, my license, you can say, okay, I give you the pass for it. But you gonna go behind her and go to Ryan's shop. That's like not her arch nemesis because they're cool with each other, but at the same time, this is competition and she's trying to stand out as her own entity. So for you to go to her competition and don't even say nothing to her and just like express what you got going on, you just basically said F her, then you shouldn't even have no, like, I don't want to deal with y'all at all. I got a pretty feeling though, she's not gonna be there long. She's not gonna make it work over there long because she's too messy. Like, yes, you're not like a ratchet rah, but at the same time, you do little messy stuff. You a follower. You do whatever that helps you. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't no loyalty. That's what I mean. And I understand it's business, but at the same time, it's still a professionalism about it. But that's my spiel. I ain't trying to, I already said my piece about Jess. So, Drea, you just on the same boat. That's how I feel. But they had a conversation. Charmaine was not feeling it. She was like being all, genuine and sincere and apologetic about her actions. But she felt like, you have to understand it with the moment. It's her baby shower. Her mom is gone. They all having these beautiful speeches. And here you go. My life. I'm like, girl. But she was wrong for saying that then. And she admitted that. And she said she was sorry. You go and say, well, I'm just going to let you know that I've been guest spotting, tattooing at Ryan's shop. She like, girl, well, let me take my, F you back one more time. I was like, Charmaine. I feel like PJ woke up from his nap, so this definitely ain't finna be too much longer. Which is almost, I pretty much said mostly everything, so Charmaine goes to check Ryan about the whole situation, and she's just like, hey, why is my why I keep thinking client? Why is my old employees working for you? Like, how is it? Is you taking my people? Like, you can't tell me that. Ryan, I appreciate Ryan is like really trying to respect her. Like, calm the heck down. You're pregnant. Like, stop it. So he's just like, first of all, sit down, chill out. I'm not taking your people. I was trying to help you out by keeping her here because, all of the people that really Charmaine and Jess handpicked were from different locations. Where, like, I think, like Zach in the beginning, he from Iowa. I don't remember where Drea is from necessarily, but she's not from Chicago. So nobody was from Chicago besides Fly and Prince. So he was like, I'm trying to help you keep her here so that you can still have an artist. So I was giving her the chance to let her, make her money or whatever. But I'm not taking anybody. It's a temporary spot for her to just make her money and rent a booth. And so she was just like, Charmaine, no, like this is your mama is here. Like between y'all, I'm watching it. That's why Ryan is like, I gotta be the bigger person. I'm big bro. I gotta be the bigger person because little sis, she's a little bossy. She a little pushy. She can get in her feelings real quick, and she pregnant. So Ryan is like, chill out, calm down. Like, listen, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not trying to go against you. I'm not trying to see. I'm here to try to help. And so she's so in defense because she's like, and at that time, Ford and Don walk up. So she's just like, whoa, what do y'all want? Like, if I ain't got all this going on, here y'all go probably hear the laugh and stuff. And they just like, we've been trying to reach out to you, especially Ford. Ford almost made me cry. Like, Ford, you so sweet and innocent. You just try to do whatever the big bro do, you know what I'm saying? And you just really you was just, in a line of fire. You didn't have nothing to do with it. He was like, I had mental issues back then. You remember, right in Vegas. So I ain't had nothing to do with nobody spreading no rumor, nothing. I didn't know nothing about it. Now, later on, I heard about it, but I ain't had nothing to do with that. This is the person who helped me. She was one of the people who really stood by me and said she wasn't going to, didn't want to see nothing happen to me. That's like my sister. I love her. Like, I can't even talk to you. And I was like, oh, Ford, you so cute and sweet and just innocent. Sight, but still. So he goes and he's just like, I just want us to get back where we, at least where we at, where we could communicate. I love you, like for real. And so she was just like, well, it's just things was said and things was done, and I just felt, you know what I'm saying, y'all took me as a joke. Y'all just kept talking about me, disrespecting me. Y'all didn't take nothing I said serious, and y'all are supposed to be my brother. Okay, I just had to order me some lunch, but that's not. Like, you girl, get us together. No, I'm hungry. No, I ain't had nothing to eat all day, so I'm getting ready to eat soon. Um, so basically she just, they both just ironed out their differences and how they felt. She said they wasn't going to be like the best of buddies or anything like that, but they are going to work things out where they can at least communicate, start stepping stone, baby steps with each other, which I could say, that's big of her, because if you heard some stuff like that and you felt like that and you felt alone, and that could have really ruined your whole situation. Like, you got a whole fiance at the time. Now you have a baby, but you were looking forward to a lot of things, and then your parents was around when this whole situation was. It was just weird. Like, it was just too much. So she told Danielle and Kat she was sitting with, so she explained that to them, and as she talking to them about the conversation she had with Ryan and everything, how they just trying to just make it work and figure things out and take it slow. Van walks in. I told you, pop ups. Everybody was popping up today. Just pop out. No, Katie got banned in Chicago. You gotta know it. And so Van comes in and he just kind of like, like the, like it's old times or something where it's like big bro or something. And he's like, what up? Like, what's up? What's good? How's it going? She like, it's kind of uncomfortable here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of tension. Everybody is like real intense, on edge with each other. And so he's like, okay. She's like, I actually had a conversation, because she was like, when have you talked to them last? She said, I really just actually had a conversation with them right now. And as I was talking, I directly talked to Don about, the rumor being spread, and Don being the one who you told me, 2 episodes ago, that Don was the one who started the rumor, in which he did tell a lot of the producers, and they got on camera. But where did he get that from? Because he wasn't even there, and he made a point. He wasn't even there in Vegas. He was at home with Ashley because I think she was pregnant or something was going on, but he couldn't come. Oh, he just couldn't come. She had something she had to do, and he had to take care of the kids. And in order to just keep the peace with her, because Don and him with the women and partying, he partied a little hard. So he just said, I stay here. I got a wife and a kid at home. I'm not finna just go, not to no Vegas. Y'all turn up for me. And so I was just like, well, but a phone call, a couple calls to a couple people to try to see what's going on, that could still cause a rumor. But he said he had nothing to do with the rumor, and he didn't make that up. He was like kind of little PO'd about it when she told him that, Van came to her shop and told her that basically, he apologized for how it happened, but Don started it. And so Don was like ready. So when he came, he was like, okay. Van was like telling her like, okay, I'm finna handle it right now. I'm like, oh Lord, like face to face handle it. But that's how they did it manly. But in the situation, it was like intense. Security came up immediately. He and that looking like he straight off Bumpy Johnson or something coming to the fight. He got this big old trench coat and these glasses. So Don is like, hey, so check it out. What's going on? You telling Charmaine that I'm the one started that rumor? I didn't start nothing. You know that. And he was like, well, I didn't start it, and da-da-da. And so he was like, but don't tell her that I started anything. It just was someone adding up. Somebody started something, and they both were just trying to throw each other under the bus. But the security was on points because it got loud. And you know how Don, I told you, Don, when he get mad or he start getting angry and ready, or I feel like when he lying, he and start screaming like he Hulk Hogan or something. He finna start crashing some stuff. And Van was like, wait a minute, who you talking to? So Don was like, I don't know what he thought this was, because I got ready to slap them. Look at PJ. Look at PJ. He's supposed to be laying down. Sorry, y'all. So he was like, I was ready to slap them glasses off his face. I literally died laughing. I was like, OMG. Let me just wrap this up. So we get to seeing basically the end of the episode. Ryan and his son Mason and Rachel are all spending family time with each other at a jump-a-thon thing, some type of jump thing with like nets and ropes and stuff like that. And you know, where it gives Mason a chance to like be active and play and jump around and stuff like that, and exercise, which is what Ryan has really been on his like exercise tips, so it was helpful. And Rachel say, well, you know, I can't do none of this. This require a whole bunch of upper body strength. And he like, well, you the one came here looking cute. She was like, I didn't come here looking cute. I've been cute. I was here. Like the way she said it, I was like, okay. So they sit down and talk, and he basically invite her to come to his therapy session because his therapist thinks that it's a good idea for her to sit in and maybe they talk about his issues, because he lastly spoke to her about basically learning how to let her go and trying to move on, which that was another thing. She had like a smaller conversation with Kitty at the bar when they were at the whole grand opening restaurant, and he made a comment where she was basically saying like, I'm not coming in here out here, I didn't move from that place to come out here. Not only I came to help Charmaine, but I also came here, you know, in the thought of what is we doing, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, well, I definitely don't want to put you in a predicament where it's anywhere like the other situation you was in. It seems exactly like the other situation. You was dealing with C's and his baby mama situation, and she wanted him back. Rachel sat here in this jump thing. It was like, what is we doing? Let's just, you know, I'm ready to do what we plan to do. Basically, I think she means marriage. So then they highlight to 2 weeks later, and they go into some type of Bahama tropical island, wherever they went together with their kids to have a family vacation. And they basically was just like, you know, they together, they love each other, and they have this unbreakable connection that people would not understand. And I was like, what the? All I could think of is Kitty. That's all I could think of. But I guess it's making for good TV and a spinoff. You know, what reality versus reality. That's what I think it is. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, especially about this whole Ryan, Rachel, and Kitty like trio, and what y'all think about like Don and Ford and Charmaine making up. And lastly, what do y'all think about Don and Van like going toe to toe, and what was their reaction with each other? What do you feel, you know, who's lying, who's telling the truth? Let me know that in the comment section. Thank you so much again for watching. I appreciate y'all for staying in this long. Hit me up. And I don't think I'm going to be reviewing Black Ink New York, but let me know if you want to see anything else that I review. I do watch a couple of reality shows. But thank you again. Be beautiful, because y'all beautiful people. I love you guys. Bye.